getting ready for the match.
Herbivore speaking in chat saying they prefer reset. I would have been very curious to see that one if Looper had figured out the rocket jump yet. See if they could take advantage of it. But yeah, we saw Ross King and Nexus versus Team Flexible on this, where they didn't come out on top, but maybe they can take revenge, get a win on slacking off.
I mean, it's going to be their game to win. We're going to start off watching Ross King as the first round unfolds. They did lose control of that pickup. Looper and Herbivore just chasing down members of R who are currently at -1 due to a team kill in that mayhem. But that's, it's a margin of 6 in the early bit of the game. Just gotta get your foot in and compete for that power up and compete for control up top.
Gotta get your foot in the door, but at this point, you no longer have any second chances. Like, you're gonna lose a couple games, you will be out of the tournament. So,
yeah, this is a lower bracket match. So in this best of 3, whoever loses is going home. And Team R coming back. They established control up top, looking to be grabbing that Soul Sphere here shortly.
Yeah, they're wrested control, but Blue they're taking it passively, being careful with rockets. They don't even see Ross King getting on behind them. Ross King, get out of there.
Oh, wide flank might be pretty effective. I mean, remember in Doom, there are no footstep noises to alert you. You have to maintain map knowledge and being able to effectively time in your head how long it takes from a player to get from point A to point B. There's a lot of mental and audio cues.
Yeah, they successfully baited Team R out from the top, but then just lost it. Lost the Soul Sphere.
Yeah, lost the soul. There is no armor for Ross King as of right now, but he's going to be grabbing that green armor, and he's looking pretty stacked. He's going to go hunting. Oh, runs into both players who are body blocking each other, thinking they got a different plan in mind. Getting one before dropping himself. It's now 11-10 in favor of Plex. I mean, sorry, slacking off. Team names are getting... My brain's fried.
Team names and player names.
I don't know what's happening anymore.
Oh, just get stuck in the corner between 2 players. Not even a chance.
Looper and Herbivore need to establish control of this top area if they're going to stop the bleeding. I mean, they are up by 2, but that's a razor-thin margin against players of R's caliber.
Go Herbivore playing some mind games with the teleporter going in and then just going right back out.
Looper taking an eye at that Soul Sphere, waiting to hear that door open and be in a position to at least try to neutralize a little bit of that overstack. Opens the door for the enemy. He's like, thank you, sir, I'll take that. Ross King looking pretty stacked with a bit of extra health and some armor, but that is not enough health and armor to stop from a full super shotgun blast decapitating him.
Just beautiful play by Looper here. Controlling this green armor and 4 frags in a row.
Yeah, I do wonder how many spawns are in that side of the map, if that's going to be a strategy that pays more than it takes away, considering you're not near the Soul Sphere to contest for it. And that's something to keep in mind too, knowing where the spawns are in a map can be very beneficial if you're playing out of control. But speaking of control, it looks like slacking off is doing no such thing with this scoreline, 26-17.
Seems like Ross King and Nexus have to be a bit careful when they're just straight up going up against Looper. Like, if you're checking the scorecard here, he's... Oh.
Except for Looper mowing down a teammate.
Looper.
Oh, Looper, buddy, you gotta be careful there.
Yeah, Herbivore sent him for a loop. Oh, no.
Oh, that rocket almost took out Ross King's ankles, but still gets the Soul Sphere anyways, and is primed for a fight. He's able to close the distance against Looper and Herbivore, and Team R wipes them out in that set of spawns. But Looper's able to take out Nexus, and kite Ross King back a bit, chipping away at that health. No longer with the Soul Sphere stack.
That's a common storyline that we've pretty much always been seeing the team who's got that top control being ahead, but like, and Blue just doing a very good job in the off position.
Looper doing a great job of using that little green armor spot to... Oh! And then a rocket from Herbivore takes out Looper as he goes for that Soul Sphere. But it ended up covering him as Ross King tried to come up behind Looper to kill him. As I was saying, that green armor, that spot of green armor right below the Soul Sphere top platform gives you a little bit of hard cover from up above, so it's a pretty good vantage point to have. You're able to look down directly in there against the player who's sitting there. You know, at least hit a bit of them with free look on.
Yeah, if you can look down. If you're somebody like Hate Daddy, on the other hand, where your vertebrae are all fused, you gotta press that hotkey to...
Yeah, I mean, we see that with a lot of different players. They prefer to play with free look on or off, or even toggle it sometimes. Like, it all depends. You got options. None of them give you an inherent advantage, but they are accessible to all in this.
Well, we got Team Blue going up here, and I really don't think this is going to go in Red's favor. Like, you can't wait for too long. There's only a minute remaining.
Oh, they're playing back by the teleporter. They're drawing out the time. This is like a Quake strategy. It's not something you see too often in Doom, but Looper and Herbivore taking advantage of that scoreline, but they're losing a little bit of ground doing it. Looper with the leader in frags with 20 frags to his name. But will it be enough? I mean, they're 4 frags up. Let's see. Let's switch over to Ross King, who's looking for players, spending some time to check the Soul Sphere room.
Just hanging out with Red.
Where are they at? Oh, they're back. They're in that back teleport area. Yeah. Herbivore picks up a kill. Looper drops one. 10 seconds left. They're going to have to go full on hunting for these players, but they're using that 3 second.
Denying his spawn as long as he can.
They're drawing down the timer, and that will be the end of the first round. A strategy that almost backfired on slacking off, and they definitely slacked on no spawn, but that is a 3-second spawn delay, and that's something you can do.
Whatever you can do to get the win, wow. Just perfect calculation of time left, and I guess maybe Red had just weren't paying attention to that aspect.
That is, I mean, the fact remains they had a lead for a long time in that map and slowed down the rhythm of the game, didn't let R in on any sort of advantage. So not only did they establish momentum, but they were able to slow down the pace of the game effectively. Now, can they do it here on map 4?
They're going on a restart.
Yeah, it's with restart. There's not really a ready up system in a lot of the team modes, apart from duel. So calling a restart will start a round countdown, and it's something that a lot of teams tend to prefer for capture flag or team deathmatch. But round 2 is now underway. Rottzone getting that Soul Sphere and a super shotgun.
Blue armor.
Oh, so Team R is in control of the major pickups and are now hunting for prey.
They're trying to, but Nexus is at such low health. Gets killed off with the blue armor.
Nexus going down to Herbivore's boomstick. A little bit of long-range boomstick action, and right off the spawn too. Who's going to line up their shots better? Ross King comes in to assist his teammate, and it is effective as Nexus tries to jump across to that blue armor. Herbivore in control of the soul. Trying to find out if anyone's got the blue armor. Looper does. So now the power-ups have changed hands. He grabs that health, and it's a... Herbivore cleans up. Ross King does pick up 1 frag. It's a pretty frag-heavy opening to this map so far. Teams focused on each other and trading blows. No team sweeping the arena just yet.
Not yet. I just can't imagine if like Team R was gonna see, you know, a team like slacking off as a problem, because Looper, he plays some multiplayer, but he's not really so much in that community. So you're taking a speedrunner who's mechanically just incredible, and then suddenly you're facing someone like that.
Well, not only that, I mean, Looper did come away from a TLS event that Hey Daddy did run in the Multiplayer Doom Federation. He came away the victor. So he is he's very experienced in a lot of mechanically complex arenas in Blasted Doom multiplayer, like TLSD and Judas 23.
Yeah, and we've been hyping him up, but in this match, Herbivore's really carrying the scoreline, so both of the Finns are... Gotta take them both seriously.
Yeah, Herbivore with 15 frags now, Looper with 6, and both members of Team R at 7 or 8 frags a pop. But yeah, Herbivore running away with it despite a minor ping disadvantage.
We got Team Red hanging out. This is like a common area to set up camp and do that just right in between both of those major power-ups, but further out you can pick up that green armor, which we just saw Ross King get.
And Nexus with control of both blue armor and soul, even dropping down a little bit of health, but he's still sitting at 100 plus the blue armor damage reduction, and refreshing it, at least denying it to the enemy team. Looper taking out Nexus with a well-placed super shotgun blast.
An aggressive play by Ross King with the rocket launcher just jumping in there, but it's getting very tight now towards the, closer to the end of the game, and Blue's got, it's fairly substantial, 7 frags, but Team Art can get back.
Yeah, they starting to slip a little bit further away from Team R, who's going to need to coalesce and take more concise fights with them. I mean, we saw earlier Ross King approaching a blue player with a chain gun. I mean, chain gun is good if you got chip damage, but approaching an arena without anything stronger, that can put you at a disadvantage. Plays like that have to be limited unless you're with a teammate. Looper being driven back, trying to do some chain gun chip damage, but it's doing him no favors. 10 health to his name. Teammate came out of the blue armor room. I think Herbivore did not come away with the blue armor. Enemy player spawned right in front of him. He can't seem to find him. But grabs the blue armor, and that's going to be taking it away from the red team. That's important.
Yeah, Nexus grabs both power-ups, but receives some chip damage there from a rocket. Still sitting at 100-100.
Rottzone doing some good work on the lower end of the map, picking up 3 quick frags, maybe a 4th. Not quite, but doing some damage in return. I'm not sure if Team R knows the respawn timer of the blue armor right now. And Nexus taking a good amount of chain gun damage. That's a good example of good chain gun work, and something Nexus probably should have backed off on.
Yeah, Looper doing work. The blue armor has come up, and still Team Art, at least they grab it.
Team Art being able to wrestle away a major pickup away from slacking off, putting them not too much on the back foot. Herbivore is still keeping a pretty solid frag count, but you want to keep control of those major pickups unless the momentum swings away in the other team's favor. Ross King and Nexus are no slouches. They've reduced the margin between the two teams to 5.
They're no slouches, but they don't have much time here. Much time or space.
Yeah, 1:30 left to determine a winner by time limit. But the margin's now reduced to 3. Now 2.
Good play here by Team R, keeping with it. You know they're going to be looking at the time after the last match and what happened to them.
Yeah, they're keeping an eye on the timer, but now teams are dead even. Team R showing that no matter what the margin might be, play well as a team, contest the pickups. They see a player from blue unable to dodge the combined effort of their super shotguns, and having a pretty solid control of the map so far. Doing a great amount of damage with the super shotgun from the medium range. Ross King and Nexus cleaning up, now ahead by 4.
Ooh, great rocket.
Great rocket, but it didn't drop Ross King, who still has the super shotgun and blue armor, and it pays off heavily, bringing it way back in their control.
Yeah, and just a testament to the ability on Team R, because at 43 to 37, it's just so close to you, like maybe being the end in this whole tournament, but just loved seeing their mental fortitude and bringing it back, bringing it to a game 3.
Yeah, they are veterans of Doom multiplayer, and they proved it in that match. Now it's going to be 3D Tree Tempest.
3D Tree Tempest, which we haven't seen much on stream.
No, we haven't seen it. We saw it played a couple times during the group stage, but like not at all during the bracket stage so far. So it'll be interesting to see how often that BFG comes into play. That that Megasphere can be jumped to from the sides on the stairs, but instead a rocket jump was the chosen method to try to get to it. Typically, you can get to it from the back here, which we saw Looper do, but you can jump to it from the sides there, flanking the stairs. So it's good work with the boomstick, but taking a lot of damage as a result. Instead of going for the super shotgun, opting to stick with the boomstick, getting 2 frags. But looking pretty wounded so far. Looper looking for health while Herbivore got a chain gun down there in the muddy water.
Don't let Looper pick up that Megasphere. Good deny by R. They had to get that deny.
Oh, did they get it? Okay. Next is heading off an opponent. While the Megasphere is still up. Looks like Team R. Oh! Who was that? Who grabbed that? Looper grabbed it. He rocket jumped up top while Team R was taking the normal route out behind the Megasphere. Just nope, it's mine now.
It's just a terrible feeling too when a team is getting that rocket jump on you, because they're back to full health.
And Herbivore trying to do some chain gun work there. BFG lift came down, but Herbivore's not quick enough. Team R in the lead by 2 frags. This map plays a little bit slower than most. So I think if we're going to see a time limit decider, it might be this one here.
Yeah, it's an expansive map that's, very hard to control all of it, and just to find players on respawn.
Great work from Rottzone, doing some long-range work earlier, and then now just bringing the fight to them with as much health and utility as he can muster, adding to R's stat line.
Like Team Blue did a hell of a job taking map 1 from Team R, but they're going to have to show some resolve and fortitude, like we saw from R in that previous game, to really see a comeback.
We see how tough that jump is to make to get to that Megasphere. It might be a lot like Cubefella, where the preferred method might be to line up a rocket jump, just get right up on there. I haven't seen any team try that stair jump that I mentioned earlier, but you know, there's still time. But Team R is ahead, 20-9. That run from Rottzone earlier in the match, paying off pretty well. And I think Looper just grabbed the Megasphere out from under Nexus, taking advantage of the fight taking place in the rest of the map. And I have not seen the BFG get used yet. Oh, wait, somebody's got the BFG out. And it's Herbivore.
Herbivore's grabbed it. But, yeah, if Looper can keep picking up the Megasphere, it is a path to victory, or a path to a comeback.
Oh, Looper needs to sit.
BFG.
Nope, no BFG for you.
Denied.
Ooh, Rottzone just W-keying that chain gun, but getting flanked by a super shotgun. Still, Rottzone doing great work with his aggression here, and trying to clear out the middle, knowing that the Megasphere has to get contested. And Looper going for it. Very low health, not enough to withstand a Nexus super shotgun blast. Herbivore keeping an eye on the super shotgun, or I mean the Megasphere, but gets blasted by one super shotgun. Rottzone being able to grab the Mega successfully, and now another run.
Rottzone picked that up through a gauntlet of fire.
Yeah, that was a hotly contested Megasphere from both teams. R in advantage by 13 kills.
Yeah, they're taking full use of that control. Control and a BFG. Oh,
Great
no.
BFG cone placement from Ross King. They're living up to their name. They're posing to be the problem or slacking off.
$37-18. Ross King going back.
Let's switch over to Herbivore. See what kind of support he can provide for Looper, as Looper seems to be the designated Megasphere contester. Taking along the outskirts of the map. It's pretty quiet out here. Green armor to grab in the hollowed out tree trunk.
Maybe a serene place for your vacation destination.
The middle of a forest.
A forest with I don't know
with
if I'm
rocket
gonna go there
launchers.
first. Yeah.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah, who knows?
It's gonna be a tough match for Slacking Off to come back from here, with Team R almost reaching 40 frags. And more importantly, a minute 30 left for them to get 25 kills. It's
It's tough to get back, and maybe Red is gonna show up blue in this last match and time scum them back.
Oh, right? Yeah, it's definitely a very valid strategy. A minute away, just play keep away forever. And great rocket jump from Ross King to grab that Megasphere, just graze that power up, making that look easy.
I'd say the MVP of this match or this round might be Ross King's BFG.
And the way things are shaping up now, it looks like we might be looking at Team R moving on.
Yeah, Team Blue's got no more time for slacking off. I don't even think they could do it with Red being able to just spawn scum. Wait 3 seconds on every spawn. Looper doesn't even get the BFG. Even the map is against. Red picks up the Megasphere. This is all but over.
Hey, the BFG lift giveth and taketh away. Fact of the matter is, Team R was able to establish dominance over this map and contest for the Megasphere much more effectively than Looper and Herbivore were. And they actually do hit 50 kills. So this win will go to Team R, the problem.
Yeah, well played from those two.
We'll be hopping over to another